You're listening to the Apprenticeship Hub podcast with myself, Katie, and Beccy. And today we're going to be talking about some myths associated with apprenticeships. I myself am fairly new to apprenticeships, and I came with some preconceived notions of what an apprenticeship was and who could take part in an apprenticeship and everything. So we're just going to go through some of them today, aren't we, Beccy?
Sounds good, yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Love it. So I think one of the major ones is when it comes to age with an apprenticeship. A lot of people think it's just for 16 to 18-year-olds, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've heard that quite a few times, that it people have that preconceived idea that it is just for school leavers or people of, kind of a younger age, fresh out of school or college, but absolutely not. So apprenticeships are for any age. So you can start an apprenticeship at a younger age, you can start an apprenticeship at a later stage in your life. You could use an apprenticeship to retrain. So if you have been, in a certain career or a certain job, and you decide, actually, I want to go and learn a completely different skill or a completely different trade, then you can use that apprenticeship at whatever age you are to retrain into. So yeah, apprenticeships are for any age from 16 upwards.
Yeah, and I think reskilling at the moment is quite vital with the way that the economy is. So.
Yeah, massively. I think to get that training and to have that on-the-job experience is a real great thing to utilise an apprenticeship for.
So I think another thing that people think about apprenticeships is that they're always for manual trade or for some sort of, joinery or something like that.
No, so apprenticeships, again, they have got that kind of misconception that it is just, like you say, construction or plumbing, bricklaying, and it needs to be that kind of manual skill job, but it isn't. So there are many different sectors that apprenticeships cover. So anywhere from looking at care, looking into project management, team leading, business. There's a whole host, like digital skills, marketing. There's a whole host of massively varied areas out there that apprenticeships can work in. So it doesn't just have to be in that kind of typically skilled environment.
So I think another one is that, kind of following on from that, is that apprenticeships are just lower level qualifications that you can't actually go on and do anything,
Sort of the higher level.
Yeah.
No, so again, apprenticeships do start at level 2. And I think typically when you start to look at, if you have got that kind of misconception that apprenticeships are just for your younger age, then you maybe are thinking that you can only go to sort of a level 2 or a level 3. But now you can go all the way up to degree level. So there are degree levels, so level 6, level 7 apprenticeships out there. These are sort of fairly new, but they are a really good way and a good alternative if perhaps university isn't the best environment for you to learn in, but an apprenticeship is. Then you can utilise apprenticeships, but all the way up to that degree level. So in theory, you can gain a degree by doing the job that you want to be doing, earning that money, and coming out ultimately with no debt. So sometimes university is a fantastic route for people, and sometimes it is great to have that other option of doing it as an apprenticeship.
And I think the other thing that people think is that apprenticeships are only available for new recruits, not for existing.
Yeah, so I mean, you've got, the great thing about apprenticeships is you've got both those options. So you can look at recruiting a new apprentice into your business, and you can upskill them. You can kind of teach them the ways of your business and really kind of shape them into the best that they can be. But you can also reinvest into your current staff, and you can upskill them either into an area that they've been doing for a number of years, or perhaps it might be a different area of the business that they want to go into and have a look into. So you can use it in both ways, to upskill, invest into your staff. It's a really good way, especially at the moment, to kind of make your staff feel that they're invested in, that you want to kind of give them this time to develop their personal skills.
And then another thing that people always think about is when it comes to pay, and that apprenticeships are only,
that sort of lower paid, exactly. and that's it. No, so I mean, well, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that the minimum wage is £4.81 an hour, which, that isn't sort of the best paid in the world, but that doesn't mean that an employer has to pay the apprentice that wage. So we always encourage, when we are having conversations with businesses, for them to pay as much as they possibly can. And there are a lot of employers out there that will use, pay an apprentice just a regular wage, so the wage of any other person within that organisation. So there's no reason why an apprentice needs to be on sort of that lower wage. It's always encouraged to pay as much as you possibly can.
And then another one is that apprentices are only given the sort of basic tasks, making coffee,
Yeah.
photocopying.
Yeah, doing those basic kind of tasks that maybe other people in the business don't want to do. So no, certainly they are treated as any other kind of member of the team, and regardless whether they're doing that level 2 or that level 7, they are a fully fledged member of the team, and being an apprentice or not. So no, they will be given the usual responsibilities of any other employee. So it isn't just going to be making cups of coffee, photocopying. Those types of things aren't. It may be a very small part for whatever reason. Everyone takes it in turns, but no, absolutely not. They will still have, I suppose, the normal tasks that you would have in any other job.
Lovely.
Perfect. I hope that helps a little bit. I know, like you said, you were fairly new to things, but hopefully that's helped to kind of bust a few of those myths around apprenticeships.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.